Good morning, everyone. The topic that I'm going to discuss is the basic skills in basketball. Basketball is a fast-paced game that requires the knowledge and instinct to perform quickly and properly. The sport of basketball requires four basic skills. While some players may be more experienced with some skills than others, it is best to have at least some ability in all areas. The four basic skills in basketball are the passing, dribbling, shooting, and rebounding. The first skills is passing. In basketball, passing and receiving are the least appreciated skills. There are many talented and highly skilled players, but they do not possess the most basic passing skills. Many coaches observe that good passing is a lost art in basketball. That is the most underrated skill. Learning proper passing and receiving techniques demands less time in practice than shooting and dribbling. But learning the passing skills incorrectly are habits that are difficult to correct. There are six types of basketball pass. First is the chest pass. In chest pass, the ball is held at chest level, fingers spread at each side of the ball, elbows remain close to the body, the ball is sent with extended arms and proper wrist snap, as knees flex slightly, one foot moves towards the receiver. In bounce pass, a fan is just as accurate as a chest pass and harder to defend. Hold the ball at chest level and fingers spread at each side of the ball, feet apart and take a step toward the target person and bounce the ball a little over halfway to this player so that the ball should reach the receiver at waist level. Next is the baseball pass. It's a type to use when you have the ball and the backcourt a fan after a steal and your teammate is breaking to the basket. Take the ball and bring it overhead and throw a hard, direct pass to your teammate. The pass should lead your teammate and give him a chance to catch the ball at the full speed and then accelerate toward the basket. Next is the overhead pass. Defensive rebounders often use the overhead pass. After getting a rebound off the defensive boards, a power forward or the center will take one step away from the basket and throw the ball toward the sideline, where a guard catches it and starts the attack. This pass often is a two-handed overhead pass or a bounce pass. Next is the behind at the back pass. Before, this type of passing is a fancy pass, but now it is very effective to maneuver the defensive player. Next is the push pass. When closely guarded by a defender, a quick pass which is done accurately by pushing one hand past his teammate is an appropriate pass to execute as long as you find an opening through which to pass for a layup shot. The second basic skills in basketball is dribbling. As opposed in passing the ball to another player or shooting for the basket, another method in order to move or advance the ball down the court is to dribble the ball. Equally important as passing, dribbling is a continuous bouncing of the ball on the floor by individual player with one hand to get free from the opponents or to get a good passing for a shooting position. Bear in mind that once you stop dribbling the ball and holds it, the next thing you will do is to either pass or shoot the ball. Because if you dribbles, then holds and continues to dribble the ball, a violation occurs, either double dribble or carrying. There are some types of dribbling. These are the low dribble, a change of pace dribble, crossover dribble, and speed dribble. The low dribble is used to protect the basketball whenever the player is closely guarded. The lower the dribble, the closer the ball is to the player's body, and the more the player has control on it. Extend the dribbling hand and arm down as much as possible to shorten the distance the ball has to travel. Next is a change of pace dribble. A change of pace dribble is used to cause your defender to lose his balance as you move the ball forward with a high dribble. The change of pace occurs when you slow your momentum, moving the ball forward and relax your torso. The defender, thinking you are slowing down, goes back on his heels. You rapidly accelerate past him. Next is the crossover dribble. If your defender is making a strong attempt to prevent you from going right or left, using a crossover dribble can be effective. For example, if your defender is trying to prevent you from going to your right, you would perform a crossover dribble to your left. To do so, flick the ball across your body from your right and to your left hand, while simultaneously moving your right foot across your body to your left. It is important to keep your body low. Your dribble should be no higher than your knees. Accelerate past your defender by pushing up with your left foot. Last is speed dribble. In speed dribble, the player needs to run as fast as he can while dribbling and having a full control of the ball and his body when he is in the open court. The speed dribble must be mastered with either hand with head up all times. Maintaining top speed here is very important. To be a good basketball player, one needs to be well-rounded in a variety of skills. However, basketball games are won on points. But if players cannot shoot, then the team hardly wins. Basketball shots are generally classified into few main types: the jump shots, slam dunks, layup shot, and one-hand set or free throw shot. In jump shot, the jumper is used most frequently for mid to long range shots, including three-point attempts, although you can use it from short range to gain separation from a defender. Jump straight up and use the basic shooting form. Release the ball at the peak of your jump. Next is the slam dunk shots. The dunk, basketball's most spectacular shot, relies more on jumping ability than shooting skill. If you can jump high enough and hands large enough to control the ball, lift the ball above the rim and push or throw it through the net. Next is the layup shot. You'll typically shoot layups from very close range after dribbling to the basket or taking a pass near the hoop. Typical layup form involves grasping the ball with two hands, raising it in front of your face, and backing it off the backboard, which all occurs while you're in motion. A putback of a missed shot is also technically a layup. If you can jump well enough, you may also raise the ball as high as possible and flip it straight through the rim. Next is the one-hand set or free throw shot. A one-hand set or free throw shot used when you are standing still and close to the basket, but defensive player could easily block this shot if release is slow. This shot is perfect in free throws where the player is free from defensive player. So, the last basic skills in basketball is the rebounding. So, not all the time, each team can make a field goal and there will always be an unsuccessful attempt for the basket. Rebounding is a way to retrieve the missed shot and regain control or position of the ball. This important skill is applicable in either defensive or offensive team. There are three types of rebounding. These are the blocking out or boxing out, defensive rebound, and offensive rebound. So, blocking out or boxing out is one important technique in order to gain the ball after a missed shot is to make contact with an opposing player to establish a bounding position between the player and the ball. Each player of both teams should manage to know their guarding player. Next is the defensive rebound. An opportunity by a defensive team where a rebound seized by a defender after a missed shot by an opposing player. Once gained the ball, a rebounder typically protects the ball by tucking it near to his chin, then makes an outlet pass to a ball handler who will dribble the ball into their offensive zone. Next is the offensive rebound. It is a rebound seized by an offensive player after a missed shot by his teammate. This gives the offensive team another scoring opportunity to make that missed shot a success. So that's the basic skills in basketball. And that's all. Thank you.